God doesn't change, but he does have a calendar. And it's a rather big calendar. You know, there's dates on it like creating space and time, the era where dinosaurs roamed the earth and stopped roaming the earth, and of course, the ones made in his own image, God's prized possession, mankind, to the fall of mankind, thanks to Adam and Eve in the Garden of, well, you know how the story goes. To our present time, mankind's redemption, hence the prophets like Moses given the law. All leading to God's plan from the beginning, walking among us to die for the sin of his creation. But what many people don't realize is that God's calendar didn't stop. In fact, there are so many important redemptive dates on his calendar that many of which occur without us even noticing. But this is a story about a man who did notice a date on God's calendar and what he decided to do about it.
Hey, good, you?
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah. How you doing, man?
Good, you?
Happy birthday.
Appreciate
it.
Thanks.
Welcome, hey, Daniel. Good to see you, buddy.
And that at 8 p.m., there's going to be another gathering, just a vision of the send. But he said that's totally voluntary for you. That's not something that you have to go to. And then he said that they would break into a time of prayer. So that's at 8 o'clock on Friday, and then Saturday we hit the ground running. Your first stadium, you're at Alliance at 10:15, and then just...
Which is here in Sao Paulo.
Right, yep.
Welcome to Sao Paulo. Where the dining is more than fine. Where the police are dope. And where they take street art seriously. We're starting this series off in Sao Paulo, Brazil, because something special is happening here tomorrow. A Christian event called The Send. A movement that fills stadiums across the globe to send missionaries around the world. The first send that took place in Orlando packed a 65,000-seat stadium.
1, 2, 3.
When you hit 10 at night at the end of a 12-hour event and no one wants to leave, something went right. And with the success that they had in Orlando, they decided to be even more ambitious here in Brazil, because this event isn't just happening in one stadium, nor 2 stadiums, but 3 stadiums simultaneously across the country. The first 2 being here in Sao Paulo, and the third, which we'll be flying 500 miles to get to, is in the capital of the country, Brasilia. And as amazing as all of that is, that's not the main reason I came here. I actually came here to conduct an interview as soon as this event concludes with this man, Daniel Colenda. who's a key speaker at all 3 stadiums of the Send.
Brazil shall be saved.
But before we go any further, let me introduce myself. My name is Chris Worthington.
Be part of the documentary.
And I've been making movies pretty much my entire life. And long story short, I went from filming me and my friends trying to stay out of trouble in our hometown to filming things like this.
The narrative that we hear all around us is that Christianity is dying, especially in Generation Z. We have a young filmmaker, 24 years old, who heard about these incredible crowds gathering around the world.
His question was, is this AI? Like, what's really happening? He literally got on a plane, flew across the world to see what God was doing.
The first time I watched this, it was like I was introduced to a world I never knew existed.
So many people are asking, what's happening with Christianity? What's happening with God? How does the world just seem so hopeless? Well, when I saw Multiplied for the first time, I saw what God has been doing.
I mean, the film is done so well. It's so funny, it's entertaining, it's energetic. I felt like I went on a journey with Chris.
After the passing of Billy Graham in 2018, and then the passing of Reinhard Bonnke in late 2019, I was left with a question. What does the future of evangelism look like? What does Christianity look like moving forward? And honestly, who's going to replace them? And what I discovered is it's not about replacing Reinhard Bonnke. It's not about replacing Billy Graham. It's no longer about a select few famous evangelists, but about an entire generation of thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, preaching the gospel all over the world.
The Great Commission is not a suggestion. Jesus said, go into all the world and preach the gospel, which means we are all called to multiply. We are all called to plunder hell and populate heaven.
Mark 16:15 says, go into all the world and preach the gospel to all creation. That's what we're called to do, and that's the heart behind Multiplied.